Did you know that by simply tapping OK twice on your phone today, you might have unknowingly given a stranger permission to peek into your private world, even your bank details? It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what happened to Doris, a warm-hearted 72-year-old grandmother who only wanted to read a message from her old choir group. Within minutes, her phone slowed down, strange notifications appeared, and by the next morning, small withdrawals had begun from her account. Doris didn't click a scam link or download a shady app. She just trusted her screen too quickly. Her story is not about fear, it's about awareness. So many seniors make small digital choices every day that seem harmless. Approving app permissions, connecting to free Wi-Fi, or skipping those confusing privacy notices. These tiny actions can open invisible doors that others quietly walk through. In this video, we'll walk together through the little things that matter, how to spot the warning signs, protect your personal details, and use your devices with calm confidence again. You'll see how Doris got her control back, and how you can too without needing to be a tech genius. Before we continue, take a moment to tap like and subscribe, not just to support the channel, but to help other seniors discover simple ways to stay safe, informed, and one step ahead in today's digital world. Doris Wells, 72, is a retired librarian from a small town in Ohio. She loves three things more than anything: her morning coffee, her roses, and FaceTiming her grandkids every Sunday. Her phone connects her to the people she loves most. But without realizing it, Doris has been making the same small tech mistakes that millions of seniors make every single day. Mistakes that quietly drain her battery, slow her phone, put her privacy at risk, and in one shocking moment, almost cost her real money. Started one quiet morning. Doris received a friendly notification. Your phone's storage is full. Tap here to fix it. Harmless, right? She tapped OK twice and went back to her crossword puzzle. But later that evening, her phone began behaving oddly. New icons appeared, her contacts looked different, and the next time she tried to log into her online banking app, something felt off. Doris didn't know it, but she had unknowingly allowed a scam app to install itself in the background. One disguised to look helpful. It's a story that could happen to anyone. Technology today moves so fast that even those who use it every day can fall into traps that seem perfectly normal. Many seniors, just like Doris, trust their devices because they've become extensions of daily life. Tools for connection, convenience, and comfort. But the same simplicity that makes tech feel easy also makes it easy to overlook small dangers hidden in plain sight. This video isn't about fear, it's about taking back control. You'll see exactly how Doris discovered what was really happening behind those innocent notifications, and the simple steps she used to protect herself. We'll walk through how small digital habits, like ignoring app updates, saying yes to every pop-up, or skipping password changes, can slowly chip away at privacy and security. By the end of this video, Doris completely transforms her digital habits, and you'll want to do the same. You'll learn subtle, practical ways to stay safe, save time, and keep your phone running smoothly without stress or confusion. Stay tuned for mistake number 3. It's the one that could cost you real money, and most people don't even know it's happening. Have you ever done something on your phone and thought, oh, what did I just do? Tell us in the comments. You might be surprised how many others can relate. And if you haven't already, go ahead and tap like and subscribe. It helps more seniors like you stay informed, confident, and safe in today's fast-changing digital world. Mistake 1. Doris Wells was thrilled when her son surprised her with a brand new smartphone. Sleek, fast, and full of possibilities. It felt like stepping into the future. The store clerk even set it up for her, so when she got home, she assumed everything was already safe and ready to go. What she didn't realize, though, was that new doesn't always mean secure. Within days, Doris began noticing strange pop-ups and unfamiliar notifications asking her to allow access. She brushed them off, thinking they were normal. After all, it was a brand new phone. What could go wrong? But here's the truth. Scammers and data trackers love new device users. Why? Because most people skip over the privacy setup screens and ignore early software updates, assuming everything's fine right out of the box. That false sense of safety is exactly what criminals count on. One small missed setting can open the door to bigger risks, from unauthorized data access to hidden apps collecting information quietly in the background. Doris didn't see it happening, and that's what made it dangerous. Many seniors, like her, believe that buying a new phone means a fresh, secure start. But real security begins after you take it out of the box. Here's what Doris eventually learned and what you can do right now. Turn on automatic updates so your phone installs the latest protections without you needing to remember. Enable screen lock and fingerprint or face recognition. It's the simplest wall of defense against intruders. Review app permissions carefully. Before tapping allow, ask yourself if the app truly needs that access. These little steps make your phone safer than any antivirus app could. Doris was amazed at how much smoother and safer her phone felt afterward. No pop-ups. No strange apps. Just peace of mind. Do you double-check your phone's permissions? Share your routine below. Your experience might help someone else. And stay tuned, because next up is a habit most people do every day. One that silently puts their entire digital life at risk. Mistake number 2. Doris Wells, like many of us, liked to keep things simple. When it came to remembering passwords, she thought, why make it complicated? So, for every account, her email, Facebook, online banking, and even her grocery delivery app, she used one trusty password, Luna123, named after her beloved dog. Felt harmless, even smart. After all, she could never forget it. But that same convenience soon turned into her biggest digital blind spot. One afternoon, Doris got an unexpected notification. New login detected from another location. First, she thought it was a glitch. But minutes later, her friends started calling. They had received strange messages from her account. What Doris didn't know was that one of the smaller sites she used had been hacked. Because she reused the same password everywhere, the criminals suddenly had access to everything. Her email, her shopping accounts, even her online banking were now vulnerable. It's a story that plays out quietly across the world every day, especially among seniors who value simplicity and trust. The truth is, hackers count on predictability. They know people often recycle a single password for comfort. And once they find that one key, they can open every digital door connected to it. Doris learned her lesson the hard way, but the fix was simpler than she expected. Here's what changed everything for her. She started using unique passwords for every account. No more repeats, even if it meant writing them down safely in a notebook at first. She switched to a password manager designed for seniors, one that remembers passwords securely and fills them in automatically. She turned on two-factor authentication, 2FA, for her bank and email. So even if someone got her password, they'd still need her phone to log in. Now Doris feels confident and secure again. No more fear of strange login alerts or compromised accounts. Just peace of mind. Have you ever had an account hacked or got a strange login alert? What did you do? Share your experience. Your story could help someone avoid the same mistake. And stay tuned, because mistake number 3 is the one that could hit your wallet faster than you think. Mistake number 3. It was a sunny Tuesday morning, and Doris Wells stopped by her favorite coffee shop after her morning walk. When it was time to pay, the cashier pointed to a small QR code taped neatly beside the register. Just scan and tap. It's faster, he said. Doris smiled, pulled out her phone, and did exactly that. Within seconds, her coffee was paid for, and she left feeling proud of how quickly she'd handled a digital payment. But that feeling didn't last long. 2 hours later, Doris received an alert from her bank. Multiple transactions she didn't recognize. Confused and anxious, she called customer service, only to learn the QR code she had scanned wasn't from the cafe at all. It had been replaced by a scammer overnight. That one scan had silently stolen her card information. This is becoming an all-too-common story in 2025. QR code scams and fake payment links have exploded, especially those targeting seniors. Fraudsters know how to make fake messages and posters look perfectly real, from Medicare updates to urgent bank alerts. They prey on trust, timing, and the desire to handle things quickly. Doris's heart sank at the thought of losing her hard-earned money, but the relief that followed came from learning just how simple prevention can be. Here's what changed her digital safety forever. Never scan random QR codes from posters, flyers, or messages, no matter how official they look. Always verify payment links, check who sent them, hover over URLs, and make sure they come from legitimate domains like .gov, .com, or verified company pages. Call your bank or institution directly before responding to any message that seems urgent or unusual. Real organizations never rush you to pay or share details by text. Now Doris double-checks everything, and she's regained both her confidence and her peace of mind. She still enjoys her coffee outings, but now she uses her own verified app for payments instead of scanning random codes. Have you ever gotten a strange text pretending to be your bank? What did you do? Share your story below. It might save someone else's account. And coming up next is a mistake many seniors make out of fear. One that quietly slows down their devices and makes everyday tech feel frustratingly sluggish. Mistake number 4. For months, Doris Wells had been hitting the same button every time a message popped up on her phone. Remind me later. She wasn't being careless, just cautious. Updates made her nervous. She'd heard stories of phones acting strangely afterward or apps looking different, and the thought of having to relearn her way around made her sigh. If it's working fine now, she often said, why change anything? But one evening, while trying to FaceTime her granddaughter, her phone froze mid-call. Then her banking app refused to open, displaying a message she didn't understand. Your device no longer meets security requirements. Doris felt lost. When she finally took her phone to a repair shop, the technician smiled kindly and said, "You've skipped about 6 updates. Your phone's basically living in the past." That was when she learned something most people overlook. Updates aren't about change. They're about protection and ease. Every update fixes little cracks that hackers could slip through, improves accessibility for aging eyes and fingers, and even makes devices faster. What Doris thought was keeping things simple had actually made her phone more vulnerable. Once she decided to face her fear, she realized how easy it really was. She scheduled automatic updates for nighttime so her phone refreshed while she slept. No waiting, no confusion. She backed up her photos and contacts before each update, just in case. It gave her peace of mind knowing her memories were safe. And she started viewing updates as digital checkups, the same way she'd visit her doctor for routine health care. The difference was night and day. Her apps loaded faster, video calls were smoother, and she no longer worried about unexpected errors. The change she once feared actually made her life easier and more reliable. Do you avoid updates too? What's your biggest worry about them? Share your thoughts below, you might find others feel the same. And stay tuned, because the next one will make your screen and your daily life easier instantly. Mistake number 5. Doris Wells used to think her eyes were failing her. Every time she received a text, she squinted, tilted her phone toward the light, and sometimes even reached for a magnifying glass just to read a message from her daughter. "I guess this is what getting older feels like," she would sigh. But in truth, it wasn't her vision, it was her phone. For months, she'd been struggling unnecessarily because she didn't know how easily her device could adapt to her, not the other way around. One afternoon, her grandson Ethan visited and watched her trying to read a recipe on her phone. He chuckled and said, "Grandma, you don't need to suffer like that." Within 2 minutes, he showed her how to enlarge the text, increase screen contrast, and turn on the voice reader. Doris blinked in disbelief. It was like seeing her phone for the first time again. She could read messages comfortably, browse photos without straining, and even reply using voice-to-text when her hands felt tired. Modern smartphones now come packed with accessibility settings built specifically to make life easier. Yet many seniors never explore them, often assuming they're too complex or unnecessary. But these tools are not just conveniences. They're game changers for comfort, confidence, and independence. Here's what Doris discovered and now swears by: text and display settings. She increased text size, turned on bold fonts, and enabled high contrast. No more eye strain or missed messages. Simple mode. It simplified her home screen, showing only what mattered most: calls, messages, photos, and camera. Voice features. She activated voice commands and hearing aid sync, allowing her to send texts, search the web, and make calls hands-free. Now Doris reads, watches, and connects with ease. Her confidence soared, and she often laughs, saying, "It wasn't my eyes, it was my settings." What's one phone setting that made your life easier? Share so others can try it too. Your tip might help someone see their screen clearly for the first time in years. And stay tuned, because mistake number 6 might shock you. It's one almost every senior makes online. Mistake number 6. Every morning, Doris Wells liked to browse recipes and news headlines with her first cup of coffee. But lately, something strange had been happening. After searching for arthritis-friendly exercises, she started seeing non-stop ads for pain creams and joint supplements. When she looked up low-sugar desserts, her screen suddenly filled with diet app suggestions. "It's like my phone can read my mind," she joked to her friend. But it wasn't magic. It was data tracking. Like millions of others, Doris had fallen into a habit that seemed harmless. Every time a website flashed that annoying pop-up, "This site uses cookies. Accept all." She tapped accept all just to make it disappear. She didn't realize that behind that one click, she was giving dozens of companies permission to watch what she searched, what she read, and even what she bought. Her online behavior was quietly being collected, shared, and sold, without her knowing or profiting from it. This is the modern reality of the internet. Seniors, often less skeptical of digital fine print, are among the most heavily tracked users online. Companies count on the fact that most people won't take the time to adjust settings or read through permissions. But the good news is, taking back privacy is easier than ever, and Doris did it in minutes. Here's what she learned. When a site asks about cookies, choose Reject Non-Essential Cookies. You'll still be able to browse normally, but without being followed by targeted ads. Check your browser's privacy settings once a month. Turn on Do Not Track and clear old browsing data to wipe away hidden trackers. Review app permissions and deny anything that seems unrelated to the app's function. A calculator app doesn't need access to your camera or contacts. Once Doris made these changes, the weird ads vanished. Her browsing felt cleaner, faster, and more private, like closing a curtain that had been open for too long. What's the strangest ad you've ever seen after searching something online? Share it in the comments. It might surprise you how common it is. And stay tuned, because mistake number 7 hides inside your home. Literally. Mistake #7. Treating smart home devices as set and forget. Doris proudly tells her friends that her house is smart. She can turn off the lights with her voice, check who's at the door from her phone, and even ask her speaker for weather updates. But here's the problem. She hasn't updated her devices in months. Her Wi-Fi password hasn't changed since her grandson set it up. And her smart speaker? Still running with the default password, the same one printed on the box. What Doris doesn't realize is that every connected device, her smart bulb, security camera, even her TV, is a small door to her personal world. Hackers today don't need to break into your house. They just need one weak link in your smart network. A single outdated camera or speaker can expose private conversations, daily routines, and even home layouts. Here's the truth. Smart homes make life easier, but they also require smart maintenance. Think of it like locking your doors. You wouldn't leave your front door open just because you feel safe in your neighborhood. Technology deserves the same care. Actionable fix. Change all default passwords immediately after setup. Use strong, unique passwords for each device. Check for firmware updates monthly. Most devices can do this automatically in their app settings. Set up a guest Wi-Fi network for your smart devices. It keeps them separate from your main network and limits what hackers can access if one gets compromised. Turn off microphone or camera access on devices when not in use. Small steps like these can protect years of private conversations, security footage, and financial information. You don't need to be a tech expert, just a bit more cautious and curious. Which smart gadget do you trust most in your home? Comment below. Your answer might help someone else rethink their setup. Now, mistake number 8 is hiding in your voice assistant, and it's listening even when you don't think it is. Mistake number 8. Not checking what voice assistants record. Every morning, Doris says, "Good morning, Alexa," and her smart speaker replies with the weather and her favorite oldies playlist. To her, it's a harmless convenience, a friendly gadget that listens when she needs it to. But what she doesn't know is that her assistant listens a lot more than she thinks. Voice assistants like Alexa, Siri, or Google Assistant don't just process commands. They often store voice recordings to improve your experience. That means snippets of private conversations, things you never meant to say to your device, can end up saved on company servers. Sometimes, these recordings are reviewed by algorithms or even employees for training purposes. Imagine your assistant accidentally activating during a family discussion about finances, passwords, or medical updates, and that audio being stored somewhere you can't see. This isn't fear-mongering, it's reality. Millions of users have no idea that their smart devices hold months or years of recordings tied to their account. And the more personalized these assistants become, the more data they need to collect. But there's good news, you can control it. Actionable fix. Delete stored voice recordings monthly. Each assistant has a privacy dashboard where you can view and erase stored data. Mute or disable always-on listening when you're not using it. Most speakers have a physical microphone off button. Review command history and delete anything suspicious or unintended. Confirm voice orders or actions before finalizing them. Accidental purchases or messages happen more often than you'd think. Taking 2 minutes each month to clean your voice data can prevent years of unwanted exposure. Technology should serve you, not spy on you. Ever had your voice assistant misunderstand you in a funny or scary way? Share your story below. Some of them are hilarious, others eye-opening. And get ready because mistake number 9 affects your wallet again. But in a sneaky, everyday way you probably haven't noticed yet. Mistake number 9. Ignoring battery and data usage settings. It's 3 p.m., and Doris is frustrated again. Her phone battery is already at 10%, and her data plan is almost finished for the month. But I barely used it today, she sighs. What Doris doesn't realize is that even when she's not touching her phone, dozens of hidden apps are working behind the scenes, syncing photos, running updates, and sending usage data over cellular networks. This quiet drain happens to millions of seniors every day. It's not carelessness, it's just how modern phones are built. Many apps automatically refresh in the background, download updates, or backup files using mobile data instead of Wi-Fi. Some even track your location 24/7. Over time, that doesn't just eat through your battery. It skyrockets your phone bill and shortens your device's lifespan. But here's the truth. You don't have to be techie to stop it. A few simple tweaks can save both your phone and your money. Actionable fix. Check your battery and data usage once a week. Go to Settings, Battery, or Data Usage. You'll see which apps are draining the most power and data. Restrict background data for heavy apps like Facebook, Google Photos, or YouTube. Let them update only when you open them. Switch photo and file backups to Wi-Fi only. This small change can cut your monthly data use in half. Turn off auto updates over mobile data. Schedule updates only when you're on a secure Wi-Fi connection. Think of it like maintaining a car. If you never check the fuel or oil, small leaks can lead to big problems later. Managing these settings is the digital version of that maintenance. You'll notice your phone lasting longer, your internet bill shrinking, and your device running smoother. When was the last time you checked which app used the most data? Try it right after this video, you might be shocked. And don't go anywhere, the final mistake is the most emotional and important one yet. It's something every senior needs to hear before logging off tonight. Mistake number 10. Having no tech support plan before trouble hits. It's late at night. Doris is trying to join her church's online meeting, but suddenly, her tablet freezes. She taps the screen over and over, panic rising. Her grandson, who usually helps, is asleep. For a moment, she feels completely cut off, helpless in a world that's now so dependent on technology. This is the quiet fear many seniors face but rarely talk about, that sudden feeling of being stuck when technology stops cooperating. It's not just about a frozen screen. It's about losing access to family, news, hobbies, or even medical apps. And the truth is, most people don't think about tech problems until they happen, when it's already too late. But here's something empowering. Having a simple tech support plan can turn those anxious moments into calm, confident ones. You don't have to be an expert. You just need a system that works for you. Actionable fix. Pick a tech buddy. This could be a family member, a neighbor, or even a trusted friend from your church or local community. Someone you can call or message when something goes wrong, without feeling like a burden. Join a senior-friendly tech group. Many libraries, community centers, and even Facebook have groups dedicated to helping older adults navigate devices, apps, and scams. These spaces are friendly, patient, and often filled with people who once struggled just like you. Create a what to do if checklist. Write down simple steps for common problems, like reconnecting Wi-Fi, restarting a frozen phone, or changing a password. Keep it printed and taped near your device. Think of this plan as your digital first aid kit. You hope you won't need it often, but when you do, it can save time, stress, and even money. No one, not even the most tech-savvy, goes through life without tech hiccups. What matters is being prepared, not perfect. Who's your go-to tech helper? Tag or thank them below. They deserve it. And remember, independence doesn't mean doing it all alone. It means knowing where to turn when you need a hand. Weeks later, Doris sits by her living room window, FaceTiming her grandkids with ease. The same woman who once feared every update, pop-up, and password reset now scrolls confidently through her apps. Her smart speaker plays her favorite 60s tunes, her phone battery lasts all day, and her online shopping feels safe and easy. What once brought stress now brings connection and pride. It's not that Doris became a tech genius overnight. She simply learned to take small, steady steps, one setting, one habit, one safeguard at a time. And with each change, the fear faded. Her phone stopped feeling like a stranger and started feeling like an old friend. One that helped her see her grandchildren's smiles, pay her bills securely, and even attend her book club online. That's the real transformation. When technology stops being a source of frustration and becomes a bridge to joy, independence, and family. Because if Doris can master modern tech at 72, so can you. It's never too late to stay sharp, safe, and connected in a world that moves fast. You just need to move at your own pace. If this story inspired you, tap like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or loved one who might need a little digital confidence today. Together, let's make technology something we embrace, not fear. Because the digital world isn't leaving anyone behind, not on our watch at WiseTech Seniors.